I tried to practice this morning,
Okay.
and I could not. I went up to the second stage, that is Anāpānasati and then Vedana.
Okay.
Up to that, and I could really see the Chitta Sankara, because I think still we have not gone into that area. We have not discussed that. But still, with my previous knowledge, I tried.
Okay. Good. Bhante, how about you?
Actually, I started this not for me.
Okay.
I am doing another practice.
Okay. What is that kind of practice? Can I know?
I will tell you later.
Okay. 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 No problem. Okay. Fine. So the first practice after Sila and understanding developing sati will take us to the 5 aggregates. So it should, the next we should try to develop is understanding the 5 aggregates. So the Anāpānasati Sutta has to be properly understood, or the Maharahulovada Sutta also will help in that. So either of the one.
I went through the Maharahulovada Sutta today.
Okay.
I read it.
Okay. Good. So what's your feeling?
Oh, it is, I think, as you described last night, now you have to practice Anāpānasati along with that sutta.
Correct.
Because, otherwise, probably in the later stages, now when it comes to Dhammanupasana, you don't know anything of, Dhammanupasana, this Ayatana and especially aggregates, 5 aggregates.
Correct.
So you must be knowing, because now Vedananupasana, especially when you go to Anāpānasati, then without your knowledge of these 5 aggregates, you can't proceed from there.
Correct.
So that is why I understood.
Yes, that is right. So what we need to do is to establish sati in 5 aggregates, and it has to be done throughout the day. So it is not a meditation that I sit in one place and watch the breath. So initially I will watch the breath, and then I start observing the 5 aggregates. So if I observe the 5 aggregates, it gets split up into 3 parts. The first part is the rupa, the second part is the phassa, and the third part is namarupa. That's all what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I were to practice like that, then I can do Anāpānasati. Otherwise, I can't be able to do any Anāpānasati. I can just generally do Anāpānasati, whatever is taught in different tradition, but not the way it is there in the sutta. So the first process is that we need to see the Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana with 4 questions or 4 kind of seeing, and that is what the Sakkaya Ditti is. So first we have to break the Sakkaya Ditti before we come to Anāpānasati, because we need to be a Sotapanna to move into the Anāpānasati. If we are not a Sotapanna, then we can't go into Anāpānasati. It's only meant for Sotapanna onwards. That means I need to be in the training and then it works. If I am Puttujana, then Anāpānasati will not work. I can go to a retreat, I can learn from different tradition and I can start something, but that's not really Anapana, because in most of the traditions, they deal only with the Vedana, feeling, and that's it, over. Now, if you ask someone, how do you do Chitta Anupassana, they don't know.
Right. You are right.
And if we ask, how do you do Dhammanupassana, it's very difficult. We don't even know what is Dhammanupassana. Forget about doing it. We don't even know. So, yeah, Champika, good evening and Tirvan Sarnai.
Sorry, Teruvan Saranai, sorry for the delay.
That's
I'm
okay.
having some guests at home.
Okay, no worries, no problem. So basically, we need to question like this. As I was telling you yesterday on the Rupa, we need to be doing in the Kanda Vagga of Sanyukta Nikaya 22.55 Udana Sutta. Exactly, if you follow that, you will come to know whether you are a Sotapanna or you are not a Sotapanna. That's a test.
What is that sutta again?
Sanyukta Nikaya SN 22.55.
Okay, right.
So when you practice, you need to see whether you are able to understand that. Understand, not theoretically. Theoretically, I can understand by reading Sinhala version of it or some other version of it. But how do I experience? So let's understand. So the 22.556. Yeah, Bhimrao, today we are dealing with Anāpānasati. You are welcome here, but it will be in English. So we are not doing Hindi one today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can be on mute and you can hear to it. Okay, so basically, when I start, let's say I have done my samatha practice of watching the breath. Assuming my sila is good, meaning I have not broken the precept from the morning and it's going on well. So my samatha practice is good. Meaning in the Anāpānasati katha of the what we were doing, Patisambhidda Magga, Sariputta explains what is samatha, if you have read it. Sama attho samatha. Sama is equal. Atthato means staying in that. So if your mind remains without vikhepa, distraction, then it is samatha. So the chitta should not get distracted. It should stay. Of where it should stay? It can stay anywhere, in any Dhamma object. Dhamma is the thing, Dhamma is the teaching, or Dhamma Vichaya, that is the Dhamma topic. Number 1. Number 2, your breath should be very subtle. If it is very gross breath, you can't do Vipassana. And Anupassana is not possible. So we need to have a very calm breath. The breath should be very calm down. That means it should have pasam bayankaya sankharam asasi sameti sikkati pasasi sameti sikkati. So I learn to calm down the breath. So when I do that, I get into samatha. When I have samatha, now it is time to do the vipassana of the 5 aggregates to begin with. So I have to see anicca, anatta, either one of them. So let's say I start with anatta lakkana. That is Sanyukta Nikaya 22.59. Okay. Now what do I do? The first thing I need to do is consider the rupa from the head to the feet. And see whether anything can be controlled. Meaning, can the rupa can be made to look like this or like that? Can I have sukha vedana only, no dukkha vedana? Can I have the perception that is sanya, whatever I want right now? Let's say I like America. Can I now go to America? And you shouldn't tell me that I have to go and earn there. I love America, so I'll go there. Or I love Australia or New Zealand or whatever that place in my mind, which I think is a very good place. So can I see that place? Because that is perception. Okay. Then can I do sankhara? Sankhara is preparation, making up. America is made up. There is no America. But in my mind, the America exists because of the phassa. If you see from the globe, from the space, we don't see America. We see only a patch of land. And we call that America. Like we see another patch of land and we call that Sri Lanka. And another patch of land we call that as India. But in reality, it's just a name. There's no India there, there's no Sri Lanka, there's only land. So can I make the sankhara the way I want? And can I make the vijnana, conscious experience of America right here? Can I do that? All the time. It should not be changed. That's the practice. So we keep on reflecting on that. Either the rupa or the vedana sanya sankhara or the vijnana will break. Once it breaks, you know it has broken. You can't fix it again. And hence you are a sotapanna. Because now the grasping aggregates are not there. They're only aggregates. They're only khando. Rupa khando, vedana khando, vijnana khando, sanya khando, sankhara khando, vijnana khando. Instead of rupa having the upadana. Rupa upadana khando, vedana upadana khando, like that. Instead of that, it will only be rupa khanda. So can I do like that? If you start doing it, it is minimum 2-3 hours of exercise. It's a minimum. Meaning if I see the rupa like this, what I'm seeing on the screen, if I were to look at this rupa and see, can I change the way I want right now? And I should stay on that, avikepha, meaning I shouldn't be distracted. I can't be just saying, I know that. No. I should be watching everything about my face, this body, whatever. If I stand in front of the mirror, I have to be able to see. If I go to the bath, I should be able to see. If I go to the toilet, I can see. If I go to the urination, if I bend, if I stand, if I turn, if I sleep. So sampajanya has to be there in all the postures. Abhikkante, patikkante, sampajanakari hoti. Alokite, vilokite, sampajanakari hoti. So like that. If my sati is good, then the contact with the Rupa will get disenchanted, nibbidha. Now the question is how? The 4 questions we need to ask all the time. Rupam attato samanupassati. Am I feeling that this, from the head to toe, this is my Rupa? That's it. Now other 3, slowly we have to work it out. That's the only thing is that Rupam attato samanupassati. Vedana attato samanupassati. Sanya attato samanupassati. Sankhara, the same way. Attato samanupassati. Vijnana attato samanupassati. Now, before we understand this, we need to understand all the Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. So, Rupa we know, yesterday we covered. Now, what is Vedana? Chai me Vedana. Chakku sampajjasa Vedana to Mano sampajjasa Vedana. But that will not help for the experience. That will be like a parrot reading. Nothing is going to help. So I need to work out on how the Vedana comes. So I need to see this body. Take the eye. I want to take the Hadayavattu or I want to take this. It's left to that person. But whatever works for that person. This eye requires an object. If there is no object, there is no eye. If there is only object, also there is no eye. If there is an eye and an object, only then the consciousness will come. Chakkuncha paticcha rupecha uppajjati chakku vinyan. Okay, this is fine. So now chakku is there, rupa has come there. Okay. Now the vijnana is there. Of what? That's the question. Is it yoniso manasikara or ayoniso manasikara? If it is yoniso manasikara, it is not my I, EYE, not I, EYE, not my I. Anatta. Chakkum anatta. Otherwise, chakku atta. My eye. If chakku is atta, the rupa is also atta. My rupa. So, if it is my eye and my rupa, then it is sukha vedana. Raga will come. If it is my eye and the object is not mine, this is my eye, but the object is not mine, it is dukkha vedana. Because I don't want that. I want the object which I like. So the vijnana is carrying the vedana, feeling of like and dislike. It is ayoniso manasika. So this should happen to me. What? That it is ayoniso manasika. So then when I see someone or something, I observe. I observe. I observe, I will see what? I have to see only Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. That is Yoniso Manasikara. If I am seeing a person like Champika or Nayak or Saddajiva Thero or Bhimrao, if the experience, Vedana will give you the experience. The feeling gives you the experience. Experience of what? Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, neutral. That is Adukka Sukha Vedana. This is an experience. And that experience is telling me I am talking to Champika. Okay. Samuchi Satcha is okay. Conventional truth. Yes, I am talking to Champika. But really I shouldn't be experiencing Champika. If I am experiencing Champika, then it is on a wrong foundation. Because if Champika were to appreciate me, I feel happy. if Champika were to depreciate me, I feel unhappy. Just like Champika said, I am 60-year-old. I tried suicide, but it didn't work. Yesterday, I wanted to put myself to the fan. The fan didn't work. So I thought, not worth it. Let's try today. Maybe I put another light so that she can see that I'm not 60. Okay. So,
It works, sir. Yeah.
so basically, if I have a feeling of that experience of aged, then it makes me unhappy. Okay, so that is the Vedana we are talking about. And the Vedana is coming from where? Let's see. Is it Chakuncha, or it is Sota, or Gana, Jivha, Kaya, Mano? So now, when you say I am 60-year-old, it is coming from Mano. Dhamma is coming. So the Dhamma Anupassana here represent the Kama Chanda. Now, if I were to take what you said, or what Nayak said, or Bhante said, then if I am liking it, it is Kama Chanda. If I am disliking it, is again Kama Chanda, because the feeling what I am getting. In fact, when I asked a question, I am having anxiety. What you would say? See, when I ask, there is anxiety, there is a stress. So your answer will make me stress free. So if you had said, Champika, you look 35-year-old, it would have really helped me a lot. Okay. Why? Because the stress is gone. The dukkha is gone. So when we ask a question, are you a Sotapanna? Immediately the stress comes, which is Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Adukkha Sukha Vedana. So out of the three Vedana, some Vedana is going to be there. Now if I say you are not a Sotapanna, you would ask me how? Why? There is a Bhiru, fear. Out of 10 armies of Mara, one of them, the army of Mara, is fear. So we have fear. And there is a desire. Okay, there is raga. So raga with fear is sufficient. So yesterday when I asked this question, I have fear of what you would say. So now if it is positive, Sukha. If it is negative, Dukkha. So can I do this for the whole day? Checking whether I am having Sukha Vedana or Dukkha Vedana. And then I am doing Vedana Anupassana. Saragam va chittam, saragam chittam pajanati. Vitaragam va chittam, vitaragam chittam pajanati. Sadosam va chittam, sadosam chittam pajanati. Vitadosam va chittam, sadosam, vitadosam chittam pajanati. Samoham va chittam, samoham chittam pajanati. Vitamoham va chittam, vitamoham chittam pajanati. Sankittam chittam, vikittam chittam, samahitam chittam, asamahita chittam. I can look at chitta anupassana with whatever you are saying to me. What chitta is arising due to Vedana. Can I do that? Yes. And then the thing will come, Dhamma. So I can watch. So when I do the Vedana, Phassa Pachaya Vedana, now I know the feeling which is coming right now is Raga, because Sukha Vedana is coming. Chetasika Sukha, Kaika Sukha. Chetaka Sukha is Somanasa. Kayika Sukha is Sukha. Chetasika Dukkha is Domanasa. And Kayika Dukkha is Dukkha. Chetasika Adukka Asukha is Upekha. Kayika is Adukka Asukha. Now I know Kayika, I know Chetasika. Body is having a pain. Today I exercised a lot. Body pain. This Kayika Dukkha. It doesn't arise in the Chitta. It arises only in the body. It's Kayika. So in the same way, the Kaya is able to move, my arm is able to move very easily without any stress. I do something like this. It's Kayika Sukha. It doesn't arise in the Chitta because it's not Chetasika. So Chitta is neutral, whereas Kaya has Dukkha or Sukha. In the same way, when Champika said, I am a 60-year-old, it did not arise in the body. No feeling arose in the body. It arose in the Chitta. Dukkha Vedana. Dukkha Vedana arose in the Chitta. That is Domanasa. So Domanasahagatam, if we were to go by the Abhidhamma, now we can see whether Sampayuktam, Vipayuktam, or whatever I want to check. Also I can do through Abhidhamma. Okay, so I can do it in various ways. This is Vipassana. So out of 72 different kinds of Vipassana which can be done, you can first investigate the 5 aggregates. Okay, so when I do like this for the whole day, in every posture, if I'm meeting someone, if I'm eating, if I'm doing whatever I'm doing, then the mind is stable. Chitta doesn't have any changes in the breath. All throughout the day it is calm. So now Kaya Sankhara is perfect. Asapassa Kaya Sankharo. It is perfect. No changes. If I do like this, I can check. When somebody's come home, they are talking Bahidda. I need to see what happens when he or she says. What happens? Just observe. No reaction. Just observe. Then talk whatever is required. For that I require a lot of sati. Sati sampajanya. That is required. Assuming I am doing it, it turns itself into Anūpāsana. Automatic. Kaya Kaya Anupassi Viharati, Vedanasu Vedana Anupassi Viharati, Chitte Chitta Anupassi Viharati, Dhamme Dhamma Anupassi Viharati. It is by automatic. Vipassana I do, Anupasana is automatic. So you are staying in that, Viharati. The person stays in that. So now I have to do this, the Vedana. Again the question, Vedana attato samanupasati. I am experiencing it. If that is what I feel, then I am not a Sotapanna. I should be able to see the Vedana is arising and going away. It will change. If somebody gives me bad news, Dukkha Vedana comes. If somebody gives me good news, immediately Sukha Vedana comes. The Dukkha Vedana goes away. It's replaced by Sukha Vedana. So I can check. So let's say somebody comes and tells me, Vilas, you won a lottery. Or rather, I go to a Thero and I will ask our Thero here. And ask him, have I reached Arhat? And he says, yes. Is it not a happy moment? Right. So now I have lost 10,000 rupees. Let's say somebody took it off. But Bhante said that you are an arhat. I'll forget all about the 10,000 rupees which has gone. Instead, I will celebrate being an arhat. In fact, before meeting, I will tell you one thing which has happened. We in India, now for the cars, they have a tag. So you don't have to pay when you drive, it automatically debits from your account. I have not taken out my car today. On the toll, somebody's car has gone, but they have debited my account. Few minutes back, I have not even taken out the car. Car is in the garage here, but they have debited my account. Now, Kaika no dukkha vedana, chetasika dukkha vedana. Sadosam va chittam, sadosam chittam pajanati. Now I know I am getting a odd feeling in the heart that how they debited my account. That is dukkha vedana. This is domanas. So vedana, if I am taking that is my vedana, and then I am still not a sotapan. So vedavantam va attanam. I am an experiencer. And attani va vedanam. That is, now I feel I am inside the vedana. That means I am suffering. I am feeling very sad that they have debited my account. Then Veda asmim va attanam. That means I have got asmimana on Vedana. So this is the practice I need to see. How did the Vedana come? This Vedana has come not from the Kaya, nor it has come from the Chakku, Asota, Ghana, Jivha, but it has come from Mano. Because the account debit is not a physical thing, it's a mental thing. Chitta is carrying dosa. So I'm feeling irritated. So I got an email at 8:06. We are now at 9:03. So we started at 8:30, let's say. So around 24 minutes back. What should I do? Should I ask for refund? Just leave it there? No, you ask for refund, nobody stops you. But don't get agitated. Then I have done what I should do. It's not personal. You have debited, okay, send an email. You look, you have debited wrongly, why don't you refund? They will initiate a refund whenever they initiate. I have done my duty. They have sent me a support request saying that your complaint has been booked and we will get back to you. Okay, fine. Now I don't have to sit and do this story making. It is yam vedeti tam sanjanati, yam sanjanati tam vitakyeti, yam vitakyeti tam papancheti, yam papancheti. Like that I don't have to do. Meaning I don't have to create a story. Look, these people are horrible. I know it. I have not taken the car. How they can debate it? Horrible. So I give a call to them and blast them. How dare you do like this? I don't know what kind of people you are. And that lady or that gentleman over there will say, I don't know, sir. It has happened. You write an email and then I will say, I'll complain against you, this, that. And then I don't get sleep also. I'm sitting and thinking what I should do. That is papancha sanya sankha samudacharanti atita anagata pachuppannesu manovinyanesu dhammesu. Now the dhamma has caught me. Which dhamma? Vyapada. The hindrance. Vyapada. That is the problem. Because I have got dosa. So the Dhamma experience would be Vyapada. So this I can watch. If I watch, what happens? It drops. Anything we watch will go away. If we don't watch, it stay. But if it watch, it goes away. So it done. Now I get into sanya. Same thing. Sanya attato samanupasati. That is the sight and seeing is mine. So the Dhamma, what I am getting about that debit is mine. But it's not mine. That thought came and now I am talking to you. That thought is gone. After I finish that discourse today, it will arise again. Till that time, it will not come. Why? Because there is no energy for that. It will not come. So, phassa pachaya vedana, so there is no vedana of that, and hence there is no phassa also. Sorry, there is no sanya also. So, if we were to see phassa samudayo, vedana samudayo, phassa samudayo, sanya samudayo. So we can see that if there is a vedana, there is going to be a sanya. If there is a sanya, there is going to be vedana. Both will be going in circle. Now, since I am talking to you and that event has happened, but I am not giving any energy, now I am talking about Buddha Dhamma. There is no vedana of that event and there is no sanya of that event. Even though in the background somewhere it's a pinching is there. How did they debate it? But I am a Buddha follower. I can't really feel unhappy. Oh, and I'm taking a class. That means I should be very calm looking, right? After this class ends away, I can give a call and blast that person. But right now I'm doing a class, so you should see me very calm and very composed, no anger. See how clever the mind is. Because the sankharas can be changed. Now the sankhara, what I am doing, is punya abhisankhara. Dhamma desana is a punya abhisankhara. And harsh speech is a apunya abhisankhara. Now, after this class is over, I'll give a call and blast that person. How dare you debit our speech? And I'll give her a sermon, him or her. So half an hour that person will cry for doing a wrong thing. Half an hour I will take his time. My time is free, but his time I want to take. So I have done sampa phalapa, harusavacha, these two things. So apunyabhi sankhara. So Dhamma Desana, what I am doing is a punyabhi sankhara, and talking to them after this call, after this video is over, is apunyabhi sankhara, which is sankhara. I am preparing, making it. What if I get into upekha? Then it is samatha. Sabba sankhara samatho. This desana also is same. Talking to that person is also same. So no harsh speech. And no sampapalapa. So I'll call. Madam, I have raised a complaint. Yes, sir, we have received. We'll be processing. Okay. In fact, I don't have to call because I've got an email. Why should I call? Over. Why waste my energy? So, no sankhara. So, what is sankhara? Sanchetana. Anything that we have a sanchetana will create sankhara, which is a cause of karma. Chetana aham bhikkave kammam vadami. But you should have sanchetana. You should think vitakka, then it should have vichara, and with vitakka vichara we should have a sankara, which we'll be doing like that. So we prepare. We basically prepare what we should speak, what we should do and all that, and then we will do it. So vitakka vichara vachi sankhara. So in my mind I will be speaking out and then I will be doing something. Okay. So when I do it, apart from sanya, I am seeing whether this sankhara. So what all sankharas? Chakku sanchetana. Okay, sanchetana through eye. I want to see it in this way. I want to hear. Sota sanchetana. I want to smell in this way. Ghana sanchetana. I want to taste in this way. Jivha sanchetana. I want the touch should be in this way. Kaya sanchetana. I want the thoughts to be in this way. Mano sanchetana. So if you take the 4 ahara, kabalinka ahara, passa ahara, mano sanchetana ahara, vinyana ahara, 4 ahara. So we spoke about kabalinka ahara, the rupa. Now the vedana sanya is passa ahara. And in the, even though for sankhara also passa is there, Buddha has changed it to see how the sankharas happen. So there is mano sanchetana. Sanchetana, san plus chetana. Chetana is the intention. San is with vijnana. That means you want to use your willpower. I will it to be like this. Okay, so there is not only just an intent, you will it to be this way. I want it to be this way. That is the sun, Chetana. How does that, like sampassa jasa vedana, if again sam is there, what it means is, it is combined with 2 things. That's like chakuncha paticcha rupecha upajati chakku vinyanam tinna sangati passo. That sangati is happened, then joining is happened, then we have a sampassa. In the same way we have sanchetana. There is a vinyana which is entered. There's not just an intention, it is willful intention of doing something about it, about that particular thing. I need to observe in all the 6. So now if I were to shout at that individual, it is mano sanchetana. It's a food. It's a mental food. So I will shout at that person for half an hour minimum. So when he cries or she cries and says that we are sorry sir, I don't know how it happened and all that, we're extremely sorry, please we apologize from this side, that side, from the right side, from the left side, east side, west side, then my anger will reduce because he or she has apologized. What if the person doesn't apologize? He says that no sir, you have gone, otherwise our system will not debit. Then that turns itself into a rage. I will now write a big email. So my wife will say, why don't you sleep? I'll say, no, I want to kill that person. Yeah, how dare he talk to me like this? I will ensure that he loses his job. Now, I will ensure is the sanchetana. Right. So my mano sanchetana is there. When I do that, I have already created apunyabhi sankhara. So I am burning. So if I were to die then, if I am not a sotapanna, I may be born in human, but Duccharita Vipaka Sutta if I read, if I am having Parusavacha, I will have to listen to sounds which I will not like. So I will be rewarded very well with that. So Duccharita Vipaka Sutta is a nice sutta to see whether my sila is established all the time or not. Okay, Duccharita Vipaka Sutta. I don't remember the sutta number, but I know the sutta. It gives 8, all the, right from Panati Pata, Adinadana, Kameshu Michachara, then Musavada, Pisunavacha, Parusavacha, Sampapalapa, and this Sura Mere Majjapamaddattana. So 8 of them. It's a very nice sutta, where Buddha explains if somebody is doing like that, he will be born in the animal or the Peta or the Niraya. Else, if born as a human, what he is going to face. That I should be reflecting upon, like a Pachavekkana. I need to keep on reflecting. And then the Duccharita will go away. So the Vipaka, the fruit of that is seen. I will not do. So anyway, coming back to this. So now I need to see the Sankhara. Whether I am doing a Punyabhi Sankhara or a Punyabhi Sankhara, or am I doing Aninjabhi Sankhara. Okay. If I am doing it, and if I feel that I am doing the Sankhara, then again no Sotapanna. If I feel just a Sankhara, not me a Sankhara, just a Sankhara, then no problem. Because we all have to do Sankhara, and it's just a Sankhara. Then we come to the last one, Vijnana, that which knows. In the Kachiniya Sutta, Buddha explains how you should understand. It's the same Sanyukta Nikaya, Kachiniya Sutta, where Buddha explains how you should understand Vijnana. It knows. So the question is, what does it know? It knows sweet, it knows sour, it knows salty, it knows astringent, like that. Now, what it has got to do with it? It is a recognition. It recognizes the object. It has a basic, it also has a modified. If I say this body is Vilas, the Vijnana catches that as Vilas. If that is Ayoniso Manasikara. If the Chitta doesn't carry Vilas, then it will be pure. No distortion. So it knows the object. So what is the object? This is the object. The taste is an object. Sound is an object. Smell is an object. Sight is an object. Touch is an object. You can't make eyes to eat. Not possible. So Chakkuncha Paticha Upajati Chakku Vijnanam knows the Chakku. Sota Vijnana knows the Sota. Ghana Vijnana knows the Ghana. Jivha Vijnana knows the Jivha. Kaya Vijnana knows the Kaya. Mano Vijnana knows the Mano. But that will not shift itself into something. You can't make it eat. I can't make eyes to eat. No. If you hold the food, it will go to your mouth only. You can't do anything else. So it knows. The knower. This is the knower. Vedana is the feeler. And there is a perceiver. It is Sanya. So in the Maharahulovada Sutta, there is a question where he asked to Sariputta, can I split it between Vedana, Sanya, Vijnana? Sansattha, Avisattha. Sariputta says it is samsattha. That means the Vijnana provides input to the Vedana, also provides input to Sanya. So you can't split it. So in the Vijnana, you will have the feeling, ability to feel, ability to perceive. You can perceive the taste. This is sweet. But that sweetness was done by the Vijnana, not by Sanya. Sanya only knows the symbol. Sanya means what? Nimitta, symbol. So it has a taste. Sweet is a symbol for the Sanya. And there's a Sukha Vedana. If there is sweet, there is a Sukha Vedana. For the taste, there is a Sukha Vedana. So Raga comes. If it is hot, the Sanya is hot. That's all it knows. But the Vedana is Dukkha Vedana. It is samsattha, but you can see. So what he says, the Panya has to be developed, Vijnana has to be understood. Okay? So I need to verify the Vijnana because it's a magician. I need to observe the magician. If I do it, the Nama Rupa is removed. Nama Rupa Paricheda Jnana comes. So in this way, if I practice, the 5 khandas remain as khandas. They don't become Upadana Khanda Dukkha. There's no Dukkha now. So this Khanda is the Dukkha. Upadana Khanda is the Dukkha. Now what I have done with this practice is that I have removed the Upadana Khanda. Now it is only Khanda. Now I am ready for Anāpānasati. This is what is the first section in the Maharahulovada Sutta. Atita Anagata Pachuppanna Ajjatta Bahiddava Ularika Sukumava Hina Panita Santike Dure Yakechi Rupa Yakechi Vedana Yakechi Sanya Yakechi Sankhara Yakechi Vinya. In all the 13, Eso na mama, Eso na ahamasmi, Eso na me atta. Or if you were to combine that, it becomes Neso mama, Neso ahamasmi, Neso me atta. So now if I were to practice that way, I have understood the 5 aggregates of grasping. So the mind is clear. Now I can come to the second section to understand Ajjatta Bahiddha. Now I can work out on what is Rupa. The Rupa is Patavi Apo Tejo Vaya and Akasa. So I need to practice that. Then I practice that. Then I will come to a situation where the mind establishes itself like Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasa. No reactions. And after I do that, what happens? Then the Metta comes. Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. Then Anicca. After that, what happens? After that, I will be able to work out on the Raga. And then what happens? Then I am ready for practicing Anāpāna. This much I have to do before I touch Anāpānasati. Then I am ready. Now the mind will not go anywhere. Pasiddhi will happen. Because pasiddhi will happen, everything else will happen. Piti, pasiddhi, samadhi, like that. So my anapana is done.
Excuse me, can I disturb you for a while?
Yeah, why not?
Will you kindly explain that in summary?
I summarized only. What summary you want?
No, I mean the preparation of Anāpānasati.
Yes,
You
so the
said
preparation
how-
of Anāpānasati, if I were to add up everything up, first I have Sila.
Yeah.
Then I'm bringing Sati in the 5 aggregates. Okay?
Mhm.
When I bring Sati in the 5 aggregates, I will get to experience for myself. Neso mama, neso nahamasmi, neso me atta. After this has been understood, that is pariyatti we are doing now. Patipatti you are working. Pativedan, when it comes, you will see that you have experienced it. So when it becomes your living experience, the next step is to understand the Rupa. So now I am working on what is Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasa. 5 qualities or 5 elements or Dhatu. Now when I have worked on the 5 Dhatus as indicated in the Maharahulovada Sutta, my mind becomes very still to an extent because that Ajjata Bahidda is not there. There is no separation now. Okay. Now, this is my body. That is your body. Champika's body. And that is Nayak's body. And that is Bhante's body. Presently, that is my way I am thinking. And Vinyana also, I am thinking separate Vinyana for Bhante, separate for Nayak, and separate for Champika, separate for Bhimrao, separate for Vilas. But when I remove the Ajjata Bahidda, there is no separation. There is no body. It's only Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasa. And if I go by Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta, then it is Vinyana also. So let's take only these 5. Leave the Vinyana aside and 5. When I remove the Ajjata Bahidda, what happens? Your mind will become very calm with Patavi. It's only Patavi. It's everywhere Patavi, not my Patavi. Just Patavi. So he gives an example. Just like somebody can urinate, do feces, they can keep it clean, they can make it dirty, they can do whatever they want. But Patavi will not do anything to it. In the same way, Rahula, you should become Patavi. So, in the same way, Vilas, you should become Patavi. You should become like Apo. You should become like Tejo. You should become like Vayu. You should become like Akasa. If that experience I get, it becomes spacious, like an infinite space, an infinite consciousness. And this nothingness, akinchayatana. 3 arupa jhanas can happen with this. When I get that experience, it becomes easy to understand anicca. Anicca. And then I'll work on raga and dvesha. Now when I do that, the metta bhavana starts. So first is metta, Second is Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. It gets established. Now, what is Metta? Avero Homi will happen. Okay. So, there is nothing to feel enmity with anyone or anything, because it's only Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. What enmity will I have? Because there is no separation between Ajjatta Bahidda. Okay. So when there is no separation, Metta will be there. And those people who don't understand this, I have Karuna. Then those people who understand this, I have Mudita, because I feel happy that their dukkha is coming to an end. And those people who don't want to do, I will have Upekha. So that means I don't have any hatredness. So the Brahma Vihara is established. Now I am ready for Anāpānasati. The 16.
Okay.
16 modes of seeing Ana into 2, 32. This is the detailed one in the Anāpānasati Katha in the Patisambhidda Magga, which can be referred to for practice. Certain sections we can read and it's very good. But the working is on Maharahulovada Sutta, MN 62. Then we can see where have we reached. Is Satsotapanna or Sakadagami, Anagami, Arhat? We can see for sure. 100% we can see for ourselves. Where have we reached? Now there are various traditions, various meditation methods, various this, various that. But if we go by the Sutta way, this is how we can practice. So that's about it, unless you have any questions.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, sure. So this is the summary of practice. So Sila 5 or 8, then developing Sati 5 aggregates. Now the Sati Sampajanya will come. Because Sati Sampajanya will come, then I can now investigate the dhatus. Because I can investigate the dhatus, the separation of Ajjatta Bhaida is gone. With Ajjatta Bhaida not being there, my mind doesn't feel anything about Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, Akasha. And because of that, the 4 Brahma Vihara happens. Then I am removing the Raga, Dvesha, Moha, all that. And then I am ready for Anāpānasati, which will take me to liberation, Vimukti. With that, we will become Arhat. Or you will get the station. So you know you are a Sotapanna. So because at Sotapanna only you can do this. Otherwise you cannot do it. So no matter how much I read, it will not work because the Sakkaya Ditti is not gone. The 5 aggregates have to be split up. Sakkaya Ditti is not gone. Rahulovada Sutta or any Sutta will not work. So this is after I reach Sotapanna. So I should know that I have reached Sotapanna, minimum. That's a minimum requirement. So how do I know I have reached Sotapanna? There are other suttas which will tell you how and whether you have reached Sotapanna or not. The main thing is that you shouldn't have Sakkaya Ditti. Like if I look at Chulya Shunyata Sutta, MN 44, it teaches how to become a Sotapanna. So that section, only that section where it talks about how you can see Rupa Vedana Sanya Sankhara Vijnana, that's good. I'll come to know whether I can, for myself, know that I'm a Sotapanna. If yes, then good. Then I can do this, because then it will help me to go into Sakadagami, Anagami and Arhat. Maharahulovada Sutta helps me to reach Arhat also. So that is a practice path. And this practice is for whole day. So there's nothing called sitting meditation. You need to be doing it all the time, in every situation.
Sir, in fact, I feel that we are doing the reverse process. We are in the reverse process, it seems. So we start with Anāpānasati and then we are trying to see the other aspects later. So that may be the problem with us.
Yes,
That's
because
I go,
yeah, go ahead. You please go ahead. No, you go ahead. You are talking something, but I stopped you. Sorry. You are on mute. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done. I mean,
Yes.
we are doing it in the incorrect or reverse, trying to do in the reverse process.
Yeah. See, what has happened, I'll tell you. Again, we want to take shortcuts. And when we take shortcuts, the first thing what everybody gets impressed is Anāpānasati. Okay, because every tradition talks about Anāpānasati. Every tradition, whosever tradition that is. So when I go by some tradition, it seems very easy. Right? I just have to observe the breath. Okay. How many hours? Continuously do that. And only look at the Vedana, feeling. Okay. But that is not going to give this entire thing. So we get stuck. Somewhere we get stuck and we don't know what next to be done. Because most of us don't know how to read the sutta. That's a problem. Because we might not know Pali. Even if we know Pali, there is nobody to explain and say that this is how it is. So that means I have to do it myself. And I don't know whether I'm doing it correctly or not. So the Visikicha is going to be there. So now I have to fall back on a tradition. Whosever tradition, whatever tradition. Now I am stuck. Because on one side I am doing what they are saying, but it is not working. On the other side, I don't know what else to be done. I am doing exactly what they are telling me, but it's not working. So then they will say your parami is not there. Yeah, I have to agree because I don't know what to do now. Yeah, my parami is bad. So I will ask the Bhante, when will my parami become good? Even he doesn't know. What will anybody say about anybody's parami? He can't. So that means there is no relief. So the best way to do it is, first we have to understand what is that which takes us where. So there are certain suttas like Mahadukha Khanda Sutta MN 13 or Diga Nikaya DN 2 Samannapala Sutta. All of these suttas can be understood only if a person is Sotapanna. It's very clear. Meaning I might read and I might ask some Thero, Bhante, some video online here, there, whatever possible. I will understand. Pariyatti is there. But Patipatti, Pativedan, I don't know how to practice. Yes, I've understood. The way the Bhante speaks, I understand. But how should I do it? I don't. So the first thing I need to do is to become a Sotapanna. I become a Sotapanna for, I should know I have reached Sotapanna. It's not that I need to ask a Bhante, tell me I'm a Sotapanna. Then the Bhante says, yeah, I think so, you are Sotapanna. Don't think, you tell me am I Sotapanna. Let me toss a coin. If heads, I will say Sotapanna. Tails, you are not a Sotapanna. Or from what you are saying, you are a Sotapanna. That doesn't satisfy me because I am not able to understand the Sutta. If I can understand the Sutta, I can penetrate the Sutta, it means I am a Sotapanna. For sure. That much guaranteed. Now I can work further. Like the Maharahulovada Sutta or Anāpānasati. To work, minimum criteria is Sotapanna. Actually. And I should know I am a Sotapanna. And then it makes sense. If I am not a Sotapanna, it doesn't make sense. Like I said, I can understand. Every word I can understand. I can write down. I can look at the etymology. Nirukti. Nirukti I can make out. Let's say I go to a Thero or some scholar and I say, give me the Nirukti of this, meaning of this. And that person will say, this is the meaning. Okay, understood. But how will I apply? I understood. Okay, Pariyatti. What is Patipatti? How do I do Patipatti? Experiment. No idea. So Rahulovada Sutta, Maharahulovada Sutta, MN 62, gives us the Patipatti practice. And he asked this exactly same question to Buddha. Rahula asks, tell me how I should do. And he says, my dear fellow, this is what you need to do. And Sariputta asks him, do Anāpānasati, Rahula. He doesn't know what is Anāpānasati, how it should be done. Like us. So I treat myself lower than Rahula, but at least he asked that question. I don't know how to do it. So now I go and ask the Buddha, teach me how to do Anāpānasati. So that sutta gives step-by-step instruction on how to do Anāpānasati. And then only I know, now I get Anāpānasati. So whether I was doing in a reverse order or in the disorder, that I will leave it, no problem. When the God is there, why I should worry about the priest? So I go directly to the Buddha and say, boss, tell me what I should do, and it's there. I don't have to do anything. It's there. Simple.
I had read the, excuse me, I had read the Maharahulovada Sutta several times before, but I did not feel that, you have to practice this skandha before you start on, until today. Only last time you said, after that, I read it, then I saw, this, the order.
Correct.
Then you come to the Anāpānasati after practicing other things, skandha, dhatu, all that.
Correct.
So, yeah, because this in Sutta, if you read it very carefully, because Sariputta Thero asked Rahula to practice Anāpānasati.
Correct.
But he is confused. And
Correct.
then he went back to the Buddha and asked, then he gave this order. He asked Anāpānasati how to practice Anāpānasati. Then gives all these steps.
Correct. And we need to follow exactly the same steps.
Yeah. I think that is the mistake that we do, because we all of a sudden when people come to go to some place, the Bhavana centers, meditation centers, they ask the layman to start with Anāpānasati.
Correct.
So nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
And one American monk told me he practiced 30 years Anāpānasati, but nothing happened. Then he switched on to Metta Bhavana because he has practiced the wrong way. So that's now. In fact, the last night, this morning, I started the way that you said, and it works because straight away, without going into Anāpānasati, you practice Askant because now we have done this the meditation several occasions, and now we are establishing that Skandha. So because of that, soon after going through that and coming into Anāpānasati, then it works.
Correct. So this is the
now I have a question
Yes.
about the Anāpānasati. When you practice, you come to this Piti and Sukha, especially Sukha, and do you go into Vedana in that step?
no, the Vedana would always be there. With the Sukha will have Vedana. So
Yes.
you will be able to see both the Vedanas. In fact, what happens here, the body has Lahuta, Mudita, Kamanyata.
Yes.
So you will feel immediately lightness of the body.
Yes.
Okay. And you will
Yeah.
have goosebumps. That is, your all hairs stand up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And with that, the chitta becomes completely malleable, meaning it is easy now. It's very easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
The color is odata, white.
Mm-hmm.
So Neela, Pitala, Lohita, that is blue and yellow and red, is the general color of the chitta when it has got raga, dvesha, moha. Moha is blue, yellow is raga, red is dvesha. And now, since this has happened where the ajjata bahidha is not there, you will immediately establish a very white color kind of an experience. So you will find sukha. There's nothing is happening. It's a beautiful experience. So when I read in Anāpānasati Sutta, 4th jhana, I was very happy. Got it.
Yeah.
I got
correct.
it.
You are correct. Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, you go ahead.
Okay. So this is the experience what the chitta will have. The chitta will be pure and white, bright also. So when you just sit, even if you don't close your eyes, and your eyes are open, but nothing you are seeing, you're just in that experience. Okay.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
This even through the Anāpānasati, you can go into jhana.
Correct.
But in the 16 step Anāpānasati, you are not getting into jhana, right?
No.
No, you are not.
You don't have to get
but,
into jhana. You don't have to get into jhana for 2 reasons. Number 1 reason, you already established this, like ajjata bahidha not there. It's a major one. You have discerned the 5 aggregates and you have also discerned the dhatus. That is one reason. Second reason, it is a living experience, meaning you don't have to close your eyes and sit. That also will work. But there is no need for a separate jhanic bliss because you're already in the bliss. Because pasiddhi is there. Piti pasiddhi is there.
yes, Pasadi is there.
Yeah, so you don't have to require separate one. And you will also see that you are not holding on to anything. That means nibiddhaya, viragaya, nirodhaya, upasamaya, abhinyaya, sambodhaya, nibbana is happening. You will experience it. Complete vimukti. The chitta is vimukti chitta. The chetasika also has vimukti. So if I look at the 7 universal chetasika and sobhana chitta or sobhana chetasika is there. So, and hasit utpada also is there. You will have one chitta of hasit utpada. So you will have a nice smile.
That is.
Not that I need to be smiling like this, but because of the chitta there is a smile, because it's so peaceful that you don't require anything. So I can do by jhana way to reach Anāpānasati, but it drops. Whereas here you can really complete the journey itself, because the chitta doesn't carry separation. So if you look at the 24, like in the Maharahulovada Sutta, so Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, then Bhuta, Deva, like that goes on to Nibbana. Before that you have Sabba, Ekatta, Nanatta, Ekatta, Sabbam, like that. And then the 4 jhanas, 4 arupa jhanas, and then Nibbana. So you will not have any manyana. When you don't have any manyana, it automatically happens. If they have manyana, it will not happen. So it automatically, this will help in not having manyana. Manyana means to consider, to make something.
Yes.
I am not making anything. So that being the case, it will work out. So the process is very simple. Just follow Maharahulovada Sutta. That's all. There's nothing else I need to do.
Now, I had been practicing jhana. Of course, now, in the Jhana Samyutta, there are many suttas say that, vivicheva kamei, vivicheva kusalei dhammei. And that, of course, as my sila is good. Now, for sure, I'm sure that my sila is good. So because of that, soon after I sit and start, I can come into samadhi and
Yes.
come into first jhana.
Correct.
And as you said, that the people who have experienced this, it's very, very kind of, it's not kind of experience that normally you have in your lifetime, normal life.
Correct.
It's so pleasing.
Correct.
So after that, you can go into first, second, third, like that. But the problem is, if you want to do vipassana, then you have to get out of the jhana. Within
Or
the
there is
jhana,
another
you
way.
can't, because
Yeah, there's another way of doing it. There's a beautiful way in the Jhana Sutta. You can do that. That method is very easy, and the vipassana also happens in the jhana itself. So you don't have to do a separate vipassana. So first you have to come out of you have to understand the 5 khandhas like in the Maharahulovada Sutta, and remove the ajjata bahidda, olarika sukuma, hina panita, santike dure. You have to remove that. That means, see, there are time and space. Time is atita, anagata, pachuppanna is a time.
yes.
Space is what? Space is ajjata. Internally, it is a space. Then bahidda, external, is again space. So I am considering Nayak as separate space. It's taken space, and I have taken one space, you have taken another space. So that's the space. Olarika sukuma again takes space. Olarika is gross, and Sukuma is subtle. This is space.
Subtle.
It takes space. Hina Panita again takes space. Okay. Then Santike Dure.
That's
Again takes
again
space.
space, right?
It takes space. So it's time
What
and
is
space.
Hina? Hina and Pranita, how do you...
There is in the Rupa Vibhakti, in the Abhidhamma, if you read, it will tell you what is Hina and Panita. Maybe tomorrow when we meet, I can tell you all the 13 of them, how to see it. Starting with Ajjatta Bahid, Atita Anagata Pachupanna, like that we can go completely, including Iti Indriya, Purisa Indriya, Jivit Indriya, all of that. And then the Santati, Upachaya, Santati, Jarata, Anichata, and Kabalinkahar. We need to do all of that. That is Sukuma actually. And then Hina Panita also can be seen. So tomorrow we can do that. I can tell you how exactly you can do that. So let's say for today, okay, you are able to do it. Then what happens? Then you get this Etan, Santan, Etan, Panitan, you can recite in the mind. So when you recite in the mind 7 times,
Mhm.
Vitakka Vichara will be replaced with Savitakka Savichara. Immediately you get piti, joy. And you start crying. I have cried many times with that. Tears. Even with Karani Metta Sutta I have tears. Even with the Metta Sutta I have tears. Then Mangala Sutta I have tears. I can take any one of the thing and I'm in so much of happiness. And start feeling, oh my God. Okay, so then that is happening. When that happens, the Sukha is so nice. Ekagata also is there. So the first jhana, Vitakka Vichara. Other things are there, but Vitakka Vichara. So the Savitakka Savichara is the Etan, Santan, Etan, Panitan. Then the piti comes because of the understanding of Etan, Santan, Etan, Panitan. So in the jhana, yeah, go ahead.
I have a problem.
Yes.
Now, in the Vitakka Vichara, now Vitakka Vichara in the what do you call this Visuddhi Magga. Now Visuddhi Magga, it says that you have to come into Patibhaga Nimitta.
Yes, in the Visuddhi Magga, I don't follow that Visuddhi Magga because Patibhaga Nimitta, that is you have to create a Nimitta.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you get the Nimitta as the Vitakka Vichara.
Correct.
First.
Yes. So here the Nimitta is Etan, Santan, Etan, Panitan. That is there in the Sutta itself. In that same in the same Sutta, Jhana Sutta.
Yeah.
There is an explanation how to get the Nimitta. You will get the Nimitta. That is correct. What Buddha Gosa is informed in the Visuddhi Magga, Patibhaga Nimitta, if I take that, but that how he explains and how Buddha explains are two different things. In the Jhana Sutta, he says how you should establish. In the Visuddhi Magga, in the Patibhaga Nimitta, he doesn't say how to establish. He'll say 40 objects.
Yes. It is through Kasina.
Ultimately, he comes to Kasina. Ultimately, he comes to Kasina. Yes. He comes to Patavi Kasina, Apo Kasina, Tejo Kasina, and all that. Yes. That need not be done. Okay. So, if I go by the Sutta way, in the Jhana Sutta, Buddha explains how you should do that. And if that is not working, in the Chula Shunyata Sutta, he explains the Nimitta. And that's also a very good Sutta for creating Nimitta. When I create a Nimitta, the past nimitta is gone. Meaning, the
Yes.
vitakka vichara, I am thinking something, but that has to be removed with this nimitta.
Okay.
So now that nimitta is gone, it replaced by this nimitta of etan santan, etan panitan. So when I get to see the meaning of etan santan, etan panitan, I feel wow. The piti will come.
Yes.
Then the sukha will come. Ekagata is there. So now what I can do is, I know I have entered into the first jhana, then the sukha, I know it is second jhana, but I can't really make out I'm in first or second or third or fourth or whatever, because it keeps on going. So nobody
Yes.
can really say that this is first and this is second and this is third and this is fourth.
Yes.
It is only an indication. Okay. Two places where Buddha has explained how to experience this. One in Anāpānasati Sutta, and second place where he has explained it to a complete detail is in Chulashunata Sutta for the fourth jhana. When you are moving into Rupa to Arupa, he says, now you see, meaning you visualize, and the entire earth is covered by white cloth.
Yes. Yes. I have read several times the Chula Sunnat, and it goes up to Arupa Jhana, for
Correct,
Arupa Jhana
correct,
also,
correct.
and ultimately come to Samapatti.
Correct. So that is possible. So the practice, even for that, is 5 aggregates initially. We should have done the 5 aggregates properly. And then I had to take the Chula Shunata Sutta. Or even if I want to get into the jhanas, the Jhana Sutta, I should have, in fact, in that Jhana Sutta itself is there. He says the obstacle, Nivarna, is khandas. Rupa khanda, Vedana khando, Sanya khando, Samadhi, the Sankhara khando, Vinyana khando. These 5 khandas are the obstacle. So you have to come out of that obstacle, Nivarna. And then you have to establish Etan Santan, Etan Panitan. So he says, you see it like Sallo, Gando, like that. He explains that, how you should see it. He gives 8 different of that. Like he will say Dukkha. Or should you see the Dukkha? Khanda Dukkha. I've seen the Khanda Dukkha. Okay, very good. Next. Gandha. Like a boil. It can burst anytime. Okay, so again, boil. Roga. Disease. Salla. Like an arrow piercing. So like that, I need to keep on seeing. And then you feel like somebody has thrown you from 35,000 feet and you're dropped. So you feel, so you'll get that motion. And when you get that motion, you'll see this coming up. So you have attained the joy, piti. Okay. I don't have to close my eyes. I can be in piti right here. When I'm talking, I can be in piti. I can be in sukha when I'm talking or doing whatever I'm doing. Then I get into ekagata. Because there is no ajjata bahidha. Again, most important thing is that you shouldn't have ajjata bahidha. For ekagata, you shouldn't have ajjata bahidha. Then only ekagata will happen. So when I have established that, I can now attempt arupa jhana. So the infinite space will automatically happen when you don't have anything to hold in the rupa.
Yes.
So you get arupa, the first arupa jhana. Then you get the second arupa jhana, which is infinite consciousness. Now you can see consciousness appearing in the chakku. And you know this is chakku vinyana, this is sota vinyana, this is gana vinyana, this is jiva vinyana, this is kaya vinyana, this is mano vinyana. You can see it. As indicated in the Mahatanha Sankhya Sutta, you will see exactly that. It's a very nice experience for yourself.
It is in the that is the Vijnananchayatana.
Yes.
You see all the Vijnana.
Yes.
Okay.
All the Vijnanas comes in everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Like a lightning strike. You will be seeing it. Basically. Now when you it will automatically fill up. So now you will see Hadayavattu, which is opening up with the Chakku, Sota, Ghana, Jivha, Kaya, Mano, like a petal. It opens up and closes, opens up and closes. Like a rear view mirror of the car. An object is coming there, but there's no object there. So akincha ayatana. There's nothing in there. There's no object at all. It is such a foolishness. It's just a mirror reflection. It's just reflecting. So then you come into whether you're conscious or unconscious, that is neva sanya na sanya ayatana. So you'll experience that. As indicated in the Chula Shunyata Sutta, you'll experience it. Then sanya vedeta nirvana. You can do that. But the main ground is the 5 aggregates.
Yes.
That is a starting point.
Yeah, until you hold on to your aggregates, there
Nothing
won't
is
be any
possible
progress.
because it will create the same problem. It will be
Same
grasping
problem.
only. So the jhanas also will become grasping.
Yes.
It will be I want to enter into jhana. There's nothing called I want to enter into jhana. It is jhana only. That's all.
Jhana. Yes.
There's no I enter jhana. Just to say I'm
No,
entering. But there is
No.
nothing to enter.
It's automatic.
Like when I'm speaking, it is coming up. These hairs are coming up. Now I can't say I want these hairs to stand up like this.
Yeah.
That would be foolishness. But now it is coming. I can just see it's coming. That's piti.
Yes.
So I'm talking to you, but it is coming here. Everywhere the hairs are coming up. Simple. So, if I were to create a connection, first thing, Sila, Sati, or Sati, Rahulovada Sutta, then we can take some other suttas to connect, to see whether it is correct or not correct. Let's say I want Jhana Sutta, and verification is Chula Shunyata Sutta along with the Samanapala Sutta. That will give me how good am I doing.
Yes.
That's it, more than sufficient. I don't require many other sutta. But if I want to really understand the 5 aggregates, I can go to Khanda.
Yes. Samyutta. Khanda
Samyutta, of the Samyutta Nikaya. Then I can start from 22 series. So 22 point whatever.
Yeah.
So then to 22.76. If I were to go, can keep on reading each one. Sutta is beautiful.
I have read most of them.
Yeah. But I have to experience that. See, I might have read also, but without experience, it is of no use.
Experience. Yes.
Like the next sutta. The next sutta is very nice. 22.56. Beautiful sutta. 22.55 Udana Sutta.
Okay.
22.56 is a even more better sutta, where you can experience 4 noble truths in that 5 aggregates. Okay. 22.57 is a even more better sutta, where you can experience in 7 ways. Okay. 5-7. Next. So we can keep on seeing till 22.95, which is Phena Pindupama Sutta. So I can start with 22.5 and at 22.95. Continuously you will have experience, continuous, on 5 aggregates. This way, that other way, this. So it is good to experience each khanda individually. This is Rupa Khanda. You have understood This Rupa Khanda. It means Pariyatti, Patipatti, Pativedan. Then next Sutta. Pariyatti, Patipatti, Pativedan. Then the next Sutta. Like that. You should do like that. If I keep on going one Sutta after the other Sutta, it is only Pariyatti. There is no Patipatti.
Mm-hmm.
So the primary thing is Sila.
Yes.
And Sati is the middle. Panya is the end. So Sati, Samadhi, Panya. Majhe is the Samadhi.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, 10, 11. So let's end it.
Yes.
Otherwise, I think our talk will go until 12. Any other question?
No, Dhamma, you don't feel time when you start discussing
Yes.
Dhamma.
Yes,
Yes.
I don't feel tired also, unless somebody comes and tells me
Sure.
that you have to sleep today. Otherwise, no need. Okay, so no other questions. We can end. Otherwise, we can continue for a few more minutes. I have no problem. Until 10:30, I have time. Otherwise, we can end. That is also okay.
Okay. Now I have another question. Now,
Yes.
when you feel the Kaya Vedana, now of course Vedana is through Passa, right?
Yes.
Passa, that is Tinna Sangati Passo. Now you have to have two objects, that is two rupas or two things, and then only Vijnana comes. Now
Correct.
when we have Kaya Dukkha, what are those two things? That Vedana comes through your body, and there are, of course, there must be, two things in the body which touches. Then only the Vijnana comes, Kaya Vijnana.
Pottabha is there. Touch.
Yeah, touch, pottabha, but there must be two things. Now, if you take eye, you have the
Chakku
eye,
and the
that
rupa.
is,
Chakku and the rupa.
that is,
Correct.
yeah, chakku and the rupa. But here, what are those two
Kaya
things?
and Pottabha.
Within the Kaya. Huh?
Kaya
Kaya
and Pottabha. See, Kaya.
Pottabha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kaya and Pottabha. Now, let's go detail and understand. When we say Kaya, what's the meaning of Kaya? Kaya means collection. It is called as body, but what is a body? Body is a collection of something.
Yes, that is, the dhatu, the Padami dhatu, Apo dhatu,
Right.
and all that.
Right. So now
Okay.
it's a collection of dhatu and ayatana. Correct?
Uh-huh. Okay, ayatana, yeah, okay. Right, I got it now.
You got it? So in both, you have ayatana. So the pottabha ayatana, chakku like kaya ayatana,
Okay.
they connected through vinyana.
Vijnana, okay, I got it. Because, I had forgotten that, ayatana part, because, when chakka ayatana and the rupa.
Correct.
But here also, kaya ayatana and
Correct.
the
Pottabha.
pottabha.
So when we say kaya, we forget the ayatana. The face itself has ayatana.
Yes.
We forget it.
Yeah. Yes.
We have eyes, ears, nose, tongue,
Yeah.
and skin here only.
The skin, yes.
So the ayatana we think is somewhere. No, ayatana is here only.
Yes.
The face is, and that is the reason we want to look good, because eyes are there, ears are there, nose are there, tongue is there, skin is there. What else you require? Ayatana is here only.
Yeah.
So the ayatana with dhatu is kaya.
Kaya, yes.
Okay. So when I say pottabha, the touch is happening in ayatana, the touch is happening in the kaya, in the dhatu.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is happening in the dhatu and in the ayatana, the mind takes it as one unit. single unit,
Yeah.
and creates a personality. Atta bhava.
Mhm.
That has to be replaced with anatta bhava.
Okay.
Ayatana is one thing, dhatu is another thing.
Yeah.
Then the mind will see, this is yoniso manasikara. Atti kayoti va panasasati pachu pattita hoti yavad eva jnana mata. Now I got the jnana. Oh, this is one, this is another one. पटिसति मत्ताय अनिसितो च विहरति नचि किंच लोके उपादीयति एवं एव भिक्खु काये काय अनुपसि विहरति. Kaya in kaya means this two kaya, that is the ayatana with the dhatu creates what? Namakaya, Rupakaya.
Mhm.
So I am watching both. How I know? The collection of two things, not one thing. Yes, Bhante, you had raised your hand.
Please explain the difference between Janati and Vijanati.
Very nice. So there are many terms which are used. Janana, pajanana, janati, pajanati, like that. So janana, even in Hindi, the word janana and the Pali word are the same. Janana is to know. Okay. Now, vijanati versus pajanati. Now, vijanana is starting to end, complete. Pajanana is looking like a third party, as though you're looking somebody's. Pajanati. Vijanati is complete. You know everything about it. Whereas Pajanati is only to that extent, like in the Iriya Pabba, what he says, Abhikante, Patikante, no, not that one, sorry. This, if you are sitting, if you are standing, he talks about Pajanati. Thite, Nisinne, Sutte, Jagarite. All postures, 4 postures, what he mentions is Pajana. And also in the starting of the Asapassa. So, Dhigam va asasanto asasamiti pajanati.
Yeah.
This pajanana is only to that extent of what the breath is doing. The vijanati is a complete. That means if I say sikhati, he learns to have vijanana, because that is where the vinyana knows it. So in the Maha Vedala Sutta, Vijanati Vijanati iti Vinyana. Vijanati is to know completely. Like in the Kajjaniya Sutta, when you put the taste, it knows that it is sweet. It knows entirely, not part. It knows completely this is sweet, this is sour, this is salt. Like that is Vijnana, which is Vijanati. That's the difference between Pajanati and Vijnana. Sampajanati. Sampajanya. What does that mean? Sampajanya is like you are and become an observer, complete observer. You just observe. That is Sampajanya. How do you observe? By doing Animitta. How do you do that? Indriya Samvara. So if you have done Indriya Samvara, then you are in Sampajanya. Now, how do you do Indriya Samvara? Maharahulovada Sutta, the first section of the 5 aggregates and second section of the dhatus. And when you do that properly, then you are doing Indriya Sambara.
Yeah.
So in the Charana Dhamma of the Buddha, first one is Sila, second one is Indriya Sambara, third one is Bhojana Matyanutta, fourth one is Jagariyana.
Jagari.
So you will also develop the same thing. You will have Sila. If we establish good Sila, then we get Indriya Sambara. Because 5 aggregates is seen. 5 aggregates is seen, you get Indriya Sambara. When you get Indriya Sambara, you have Bhojana Matyanutta, because you don't feel like just relishing on the food. So it will automatically go away. Then Jagariyana Yoga. You don't have to force yourself to get up. You already got up. That is Vijnana. This 4 is Vijnana. You know it completely.
Then Sajanati.
I just now spoke about
Pajanati.
Pajanati. No, I just now said about Pajanati. To that extent of that object, you know it. Like the breath. You know the breath. To that extent, you know it, which is Pajanati. So in the starting section.
I asked Sajanati. Sir, S Sajanati.
What is Sajanati? Sanjanati, not Sajanati.
Yeah.
Sanjana.
Sanjanati. Okay, what is Sanjanati? Sanjanati is to know the attribute or the quality of that is Sanjanana. Sanjanati, which is coming from the Sanya. Sanjanati, Sanjanati iti Sanya. So you know what it is, what that quality is. Like Patavi is hard and soft. That is Sanjana.
Sanjana.
Any other Janati? There are many Janatis there. Not only this much, there are even more. But anyway, it's fine. This much knowing is also good. Seven more minutes remaining. Any further questions? Any confusion of whatever we have spoken so far? We have spoken so many things, 2 hours.
Yeah.
So this is the practice we need to do all the time, from morning till night.
Can you remember Palita?
Can I remember what?
Palita, Mr. Palita.
Palita, who is? I don't know.
When in Sri Lanka-
Lasanta's friend. Okay, got it. Whom I met, and then he had given my number to you. Yes, Palita. Yes, I now got it. Yes.
When you are doing Dhamma session at his guest house, he said you told that when Sotapanna person, he was sometimes he was unable to understand he was Sotapanna because he can't understand Chitta. When a person when a person become Anagami, that's the situation, that's the stage actually can understand the exact what happened to him. Something like that he told me. You told like that. I don't know you told or not. He understood sometimes incorrectly, but you told.
I know we spoke on many topics, or I just informed him many things. I don't know in what context it is. But if I were to recollect what I told Palita is that how do you come to know? So the question was, can we come to know whether we are Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami and all that? So I told him that if you are an Anagami, you will be able to see somebody from the talks what the person is having. You can see whether a person is Sotapanna or not, or Sakadagami or not, because it becomes easy to see because you are at a higher level and you can see people who are at lower level, meaning they are in the training. You see, you can make out whether he is able to comprehend the suttas, he is able to comprehend the Dhamma, which means that he would have penetrated the Sotapatta, Magga and Phala. Let's say somebody is able to understand and also able to experience. Let's take 5 aggregates. He is able to experience. He is 100% Sotapanna. There is no doubt. Meaning, he is exactly able to see what is Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. That is all what it takes to become a Sotapanna. So he has become a Sotapanna. So if somebody is an Anagami, can make out. But if somebody is an Arhat, he can definitely say that this person is Sotapanna or Sakadagami or Anagami or whatever it is. But Anagami can make out. That's what I told him, that you can make out. That is, if a Sakadagami is there, he can make out how he can help a Sotapanna. Like he is a Kalyan Mitra, he can find out in what way he can help him. If somebody is an Anagami, he can help both the Sakadagami and Anagami. Sakadagami and Sotapanna. If somebody is an Arhat, he can help the Anagami and the Sakadagami and the Sotapanna and Puttujana. All the 4 he can help them. We had spoken about like this is from what I recollect when I had met him in the guest house. I don't know what he really understood. That is a separate issue, but this is what I think I told him. How you can find out. Because the question was, can you find out? And he was telling that it is very difficult. I said it is not difficult. You can find out. The suttas are there where you yourself can find out where you have reached. Otherwise, what's the point in following Buddha Dhamma? If I can't find out where I am, then everything is the same.
That's right.
See, if the disease is known, first I need to know the disease. Yes, I know the disease. I've gone to the doctor. The doctor says, I don't know what disease you have. Then what's the point?
Everything happens within you, within yourself, your mind. So you should know.
I should know.
Yes.
I should 100% know. So when I buy the medicine of the Buddha, I have confidence that this disease will go away. If I have a doubt whether it will cure, I don't know what is going to happen, then whatever I follow is the same. No. Why should I follow Buddha teaching? Because I can see it here and now.
Sakat.
Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko. Sanditiko. Akaliko Yehipasiko. Come and see. I have come. Show me. No. I can't say no, I don't know. No. That is not valid. This is exactly what I even told Palit. Now I remember. You will have to see. Otherwise, what is the point? I just go to Bodhi tree or I go to that in Anuradhapura, I keep on going to different places. That is not going to help. Ruan Velisaya. If I keep on going there, what is the use? It doesn't make me anything. I can sit there for the whole night, a day, I can sit there. Or under the Bodhi tree, I can go and sit. But that doesn't help me in any way. The Bodhi has to come inside here, not in the tree. If that is not working, then it is not for me at all. Okay, anyway, that's what I think I had informed Palita. But after that, we have not met. So if you meet him, you can clarify to him, or we can have a separate discussion. Okay, so then good night, and we'll meet tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll,
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll
And Apramana Kusal for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
It's Tervan Sarnai.
Thanks so much for
Everyone,
enlightening
Sure,
us.
sure, sure.
It's,
It's my
it's
pleasure.
really an enlightening talk. So thanks so much.
No problem.
We will never get that. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, thank you then.
Saranai.
Bye bye. It's Tervan Sarnai.
Bye.
Good night. Bye bye.
everyone, sir.